Train your mind to win in every situation. The Masterclass. Part 1. The Foundation of a Winning Mind. Chapter 1. The Mindset Shift. The journey to an unassailable mindset begins with a fundamental redefinition of what it means to win. The common perception of winning is a streak of external victories, a flawless career, a perfect performance, or an undeniable triumph. Yet, a truly winning mind is not characterized by the absence of challenges, but by the internal capacity to thrive in any circumstance. It is a state of being, not an external outcome. This perspective is rooted in a pivotal concept from modern psychology: the distinction between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. The idea, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, posits that one's beliefs about their own abilities and intelligence can profoundly influence their trajectory in life. A fixed mindset is the belief that one's basic qualities, such as intelligence and talent, are static and unchangeable. Individuals with this perspective may believe they are good at math or not good at math as an innate trait. For them, a challenge becomes a test of their inherent ability, and failure is a permanent, definitive sign of their limitations. This can lead to a fear of risk-taking and an avoidance of difficult tasks, as failure is seen as an exposure of a perceived lack of talent. In stark contrast, a growth mindset is the conviction that abilities can be developed through hard work, continuous learning, and dedication. People who adopt this view see intellect or talent as merely a starting point. They approach every challenge as a learning opportunity, focusing on the experience itself rather than the fear of not performing well. From this perspective, mistakes are not failures, but valuable chances to expand ideas and creatively solve problems. It is this embrace of continuous improvement and adaptability that is a key driver of career advancement and resilience in the face of inevitable setbacks. The scientific foundation for this transformative idea lies in the field of neuroscience. The brain is not a static organ with fixed limits. Instead, it is a dynamic, highly adaptable system. This remarkable ability, known as neuroplasticity, allows the brain to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Consistently practicing new thought patterns, such as positive self-talk and a belief in one's own potential, can literally reshape the brain's physical structure, making confidence and resilience more natural responses to difficult situations. This is why the brain is often analogized to a muscle that grows stronger and smarter when it undergoes rigorous learning experiences and persistent effort. This biological process provides a powerful, evidence-based reason for a growth mindset, demonstrating that the act of struggling and failing, when approached with the right perspective, is a physically and psychologically valuable event. The ultimate win, therefore, is not the outcome itself, but the ability to learn and adapt from the process, using every setback as a stepping stone. Part 2. The Toolkit for Mental Victory. Chapter 3. The Art of Deliberate Practice. Visualization. Having established a solid foundation, the next step is to acquire practical tools for mental training. Among the most powerful is visualization, or mental imagery. This is not mere daydreaming. It is a focused mental exercise with a scientific basis. The brain cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When an individual visualizes performing a task, the same neural pathways are activated as if they were actually doing it. This cognitive rehearsal can improve motor skills, reduce anxiety, and boost confidence, effectively priming the mind and body for success. There are three primary techniques for leveraging this practice. Process visualization. This technique involves imagining the process of performing a task, including each individual step and movement. For an athlete, This could be visualizing the precise feeling of each stride or the fluid motion of a perfect golf swing. This is not about the outcome, but about the mechanics of the action itself, which strengthens the neural pathways associated with performance. Outcome visualization. As the name suggests, this method focuses on visualizing the desired end result, such as winning a race or achieving a personal best. This provides a clear target and enhances motivation by connecting the current effort to the thrill of future victory. Scenario-based visualization. This is an advanced technique that prepares the mind for high-stakes situations. It involves not just visualizing success, but also imagining and overcoming potential obstacles and challenges that may arise during a performance. An individual might visualize making a mistake, feeling the pressure, and then successfully recovering. This practice trains emotional resilience by allowing one to experience adversity in a controlled, mental environment. By preparing for the moment, not just the movement, this technique trains the mind to stay focused under stress and to transform setbacks into growth opportunities. This intentional, deliberate practice is a key distinction between passive hope and active, strategic discipline. Research indicates that effective mental training should be proactive, not reactive. Non-elite athletes, for instance, often only engage in mental training when they are in a negative state, while the elite implement it into their day-to-day lives. The systematic visualization of potential challenges before they occur is a powerful example of this proactive approach, equipping the mind to anticipate and prepare for adversity rather than simply reacting to it. Chapter 4. The Power of Self-Talk, Cognitive Reframing. A second crucial tool for the winning mind is cognitive reframing, a technique rooted in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. It is a method for modifying one's perspective on challenging situations, shifting from negative to more neutral or positive interpretations. The first step in this process is to become aware of the constant stream of unspoken, unhelpful thoughts that can run through one's head. These automatic negative thoughts can lead to stress, anxiety, and self-sabotaging behavior. The catch it, check it, change it technique provides a simple, structured method for gaining control over these thought patterns. The catch it step involves learning to identify common negative thought patterns, such as seeing things as either only good or only bad, or ignoring the positive aspects of a situation. Once a thought is recognized, the check it stage requires a reality check. An individual asks themselves a series of probing questions, such as, how likely is the outcome I'm worried about? And what evidence really exists to support this? This step forces a pause and introduces a layer of rational inquiry, promoting more flexible thinking and preventing the individual from immediately accepting the thought as fact. Finally, the change it step involves reframing the unhelpful thought into a more neutral or productive one. This structured approach stands in critical contrast to the unexamined positive thinking movement, which has faced valid criticism for its potential to lead to delusional thinking, complacency, and the repression of genuine emotions. Cognitive reframing is not about ignoring problems or forcing a false state of happiness. The check it step is the critical safeguard that prevents these pitfalls by grounding the process in evidence and reality. The goal is not to avoid difficult feelings, but to gain control over one's cognitive patterns, leading to more constructive behavior and reduced emotional distress. Chapter 5. The Science of Habit and Goal Setting. A winning mind understands that while goals are important, they are only a part of the equation. Goals are like specific locations on a map, while values are the compass that provides direction on one's life journey. Goals that are rooted in personal values are infused with deeper meaning, providing the passionate pursuit needed for long-term commitment. However, The key to achievement lies not in the goal itself, but in the system of habits that supports it. As the adage goes, one does not rise to the level of their goals, they fall to the level of their systems. By focusing on making small, daily improvements, as little as 1% better each day, the cumulative effect over time can be astounding. The purpose of setting goals is to win the game, but the purpose of building systems is to continue playing it. The process of building a habit can be broken down into a simple, actionable framework known as the 4 laws of behavior change. 1. Make it obvious. The cue that triggers a habit should be visible and easily accessible. For example, placing a running outfit by the bed makes the cue to exercise obvious. 2. Make it attractive. The brain's reward system, driven by neurotransmitters like dopamine, is designed to seek pleasure and avoid pain. This law suggests using temptation bundling, where a desired habit is paired with a habit that one wants to do. The anticipation of the reward makes the new habit more appealing. 3. Make it easy. This is the law of least effort. The less energy and effort a habit requires, the more likely it is to be performed. This is the basis for the 2-minute rule, where one starts a new habit by making it a task that takes less than 2 minutes to complete. Repetition, not just effort, makes an action more automated and cements it into a system. 4. Make it satisfying. The brain is wired to repeat behaviors that are rewarding. The final law suggests linking an immediate reward to a habit, which initially incentivizes the action. Over time, as the habit becomes part of a new identity, the intrinsic rewards sustain it. Part 3. Masterclass in Action. Real-world stories of resilience. Chapter 6. The athlete's mindset. The principles of a winning mind are best understood through the stories of those who have embodied them. For many, the ultimate test of mental fortitude occurs on the playing field. The gymnast Simone Biles provides a modern and powerful redefinition of mental toughness. At the 2021 Olympics, she withdrew from the individual all-around competition, citing mental health struggles and immense pressure. Her decision was not a sign of weakness. It was a profound act of self-preservation and a demonstration of a deeper understanding of success. By prioritizing her emotional intelligence and well-being, she made a strategic choice for her long-term career, rather than sacrificing her mental health for a single moment of triumph. Her public advocacy helped pave the way for a broader cultural shift, where seeking mental health support is now viewed as a legitimate and necessary strategy for peak performance, not a sign of a flawed character. The story of Serena Williams, considered one of the greatest tennis players of all time, provides a clear example of a growth mindset in action. As a child, she was constantly beaten by her sister, Venus. However, instead of allowing these defeats to define her as a lesser talent, she used them as fuel. The constant losses made her work harder, turning her into a savage fighter. She did not view her failures as permanent deficiencies, but as opportunities for improvement and a reason for relentless dedication and hard work. Similarly, Olympic runner Dina Castor learned to view disappointment not as a form of failure, but as a liberating learning experience. This shift in perspective, a clear example of cognitive reframing, allowed her to overcome her fear of failure and achieve greater success in her sport. Chapter 7. The Entrepreneur's Mindset. The winning mindset is not confined to the world of sports. The business world is filled with stories of individuals who leveraged adversity to achieve extraordinary success. Richard Branson, the founder of the Virgin Group, built his global brand on a philosophy of action and adventure. He is famous for his "screw it, let's do it" attitude. a mindset that cuts through analysis paralysis and encourages action over hesitation. Branson's career is marked by a willingness to take risks and learn by doing, and his story is replete with high-profile failures, including Virgin Cola, Virgin Brides, and Virgin Clothes. However, for Branson, these were not setbacks but part of the process. He learned from every attempt, gaining crucial knowledge about timing, differentiation, and customer needs. His dyslexia, which made him feel academically challenged, also fueled his unconventional approach as he learned to focus on his strengths and follow his unique vision. The journey of media mogul Oprah Winfrey is a testament to the power of using adversity as a stepping stone. Born into poverty and suffering abuse as a child, she overcame unimaginable odds to become one of the most influential people in the world. Rather than allowing her painful past to define her, she consciously chose to use it as a source of deep empathy and compassion. This ability to background her hurt and transform it into a self-transcendent purpose to help others is a powerful demonstration of resilience. Her story shows that adversity, when leveraged correctly, can become the very ingredient that fosters the character traits necessary for success. Conclusion: the journey of a lifetime. The mind is a muscle, and like any muscle, it can be trained to become stronger and more resilient. The concepts of a growth mindset, psychological resilience, visualization, cognitive reframing, and habit formation are not merely abstract theories. They are a cohesive, evidence-based blueprint for building a winning mind. They provide a comprehensive toolkit for anyone seeking to navigate life's inevitable challenges with strength, clarity, and purpose. The ultimate win is not in the absence of challenges, but in the continuous process of learning, adapting, and growing from them. The goal is to build the brain one wants to have, a dynamic system capable of turning every setback into an opportunity for growth. The strategies outlined in this guide provide the framework for that transformation. The rest is a matter of practice and discipline. The time to begin is now.